Hey everyone, I'm Jason.
And I'm Colton.
And today we're reviewing Tree of Savior by IMC Games, published by Nexon.
So what is Tree of Savior?
Tree of Savior is an MMO developed by IMC, but the actual game was created by Kim Hak-yu, who some of you might know as the creator of Ragnarok Online. I didn't know that because I thought RO was dumb and for dumb babies and did not play it.
I played it.
Prosecution rests.
Asshole.
But no, it's an adorable game. It looks kind of like Secret of Mana. To be totally honest.
It definitely is the next logical progression from Ragnarok Online in terms of design. Visually, the game you can tell it has strong roots in RO's design. It uses the same kind of subdued, almost pastel kind of color palette. It pops out a little more than RO did, so visually it's a little more colorful, a little more impressive.
It's adorable.
I'm really a big fan of it. Everything is chibi art style. A lot of the monsters are very cute.
I feel kind of bad for a while killing them, and then I remember, well, they're on the wrong side. They got to explode.
They're on the wrong side of history, yes. Audially, the game is really nice as well. And that's the thing about the music, is nothing really stands out about it. There weren't any tracks that jumped out at me as being especially memorable or catchy, but overall, minus the music that appears in dungeons, the game is very well designed in the sound department. None of the sound effects are overly jarring or awkward or annoying.
No, they definitely sound good. I wish the dungeon music, like you said, I wish the dungeon music would have a sense of foreboding, or maybe we're not high enough level. Maybe it gets more
intense.
deadly.
Yeah, it feels less like I'm playing a dungeon crawling MMO and more like I'm playing Harvest Moon.
Or I'm on a picnic.
Right, yeah. Same thing, really.
Yeah.
The first thing you'll do when you pop open Tree of Savior on your computer is you will create your character. And there are a couple of options you have to choose from. I don't want to use a word like slew or variety because that would be downright misleading.
Couple is definitely correct.
You select your class and gender by picking one of the characters hanging out in the lounge. Then you get to customize their hairdo, and that's really about it. Some minor facial expressions, and that's about it. Most of the customization as far as characters go in the game comes from the ability to change costumes, sort of in the way that you do in Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna say it's when you look at the character, like the inventory, you'll see the model of what your character looks like, the art for it. And I feel like it's taken right out of FF Tactics.
It's definitely a nice, appealing visual style.
Oh, for sure.
It just lacks a little bit in the customization department, but with this kind of game, you're not really looking for that. What you are looking for is gameplay. And
the gameplay is good.
It's solid. It definitely feels like RO. The difference being that RO is more of a traditional auto attack, use your hotkeys kind of MMO, whereas this is a little more action-based. There's still an auto attack button, but you have to hold it to get it to auto attack. You're better off
mash it.
Yeah, you can mash it, which is better for changing directions if your enemy moves around a lot. Because if you hold it, you cannot change direction without letting go of the button first. The game also uses the same kind of hotbar for skills, which are unlocked as you level up in your class and spend class points. But moreover, when you fight enemies, obviously they'll auto-attack you back, but some enemies, and especially bosses, have targeting reticles that will appear on the ground. They're usually red circles. And as the old MMO adage goes, don't stand in the fire. Don't stand in the red thing. If it's red and it's on the ground, you probably ought not to be there.
You can if you time, because if you jump, you can avoid those hits. So as a cleric, I tend to just stand in them because I'm pretty good at dodging. But one of the really cool things about combat that we haven't covered is we're going to talk a little about the leveling system, but when you gain a character level, an explosion hits the area that you're in, and it damages every enemy near you. This is really, really awesome if you're grinding. If you're in a dungeon, maybe it's not so good.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it'll kill everything and suddenly you gained your class level too. Your level cap, I believe, is 500. It's above 400. That much I can tell you with all certainty.
XP is gained in the standard ways. You
kill stuff, you complete quests, you get XP.
One unique thing I did want to say here about this game is that when you complete quests, you're not given XP directly to your bar. You're given it in the form of XP cards, which are items you use in your inventory. The reason this is special is because when you use them, the amount of XP they give you is applied to both your character level and your class level at the same time, whereas normally they're leveled up in opposite order, so character level, class level, character level, class level. But to be able to add experience to both pools at the same time is a good way to help speed up that progression, and with a level cap like 500, you kind of want to do everything you can to speed it up.
But you have... like he said, you level your character level, then your class level, and when you hit 15 in your class level, you stop gaining XP, and you only gain XP in your character class.
Right. So
and you select a big button appears on the side of your screen, and you click it, and it will give you 3 options. You pick one. It'll either be stick with the same class you're in, but at a higher, they call it a circle, like second circle cleric. Or, as a swordsman, you'll either go Highlander or Peltasta. And when you click on it, it will give you a new quest. You'll go to wherever the quest person is. Usually it'll be in town. And you'll do a couple of things, and bam, you've got another class.
Yes, it's pretty fantastic. I actually just became Highlander, which is one of the offshoots of the swordsman class. Jason is a... What did you pick for yours?
I'm playing a cleric on 2 different servers, so I am a priest on one, I'm a Krivis on the other.
All of this progression really is the main focus of the game. There's not a lot in the way of endgame content. There are instance dungeons at high levels and at the end of the game, but it's not the driving focus like you would expect in some of your more popular MMOs like World of Warcraft, WildStar, Guild Wars 2. Your endgame, although Guild Wars 2 is really more PvP than anything. A lot of your end game content is really just getting to the end game, is the meat and potatoes of the game.
It harkens back to the old multi-user dungeons, the MUDs, the text-based games, where you and a couple of people will spend weeks and months, and probably longer than that, playing probably the same character, gaining hundreds and hundreds of levels. It feels like a more community-driven game more than let's go kill the Lich King. And then what do? We kill the Lich King again next week.
Yeah. Same
time, same channel, same boring encounter. I feel like this style of game, it's older. It's not. They're not reinventing the wheel. They're going with a system that is tried and true. It should be very easy to add more content to a game like this. Yes, absolutely, because they can always just up the level cap, or they can add new dungeons, or that kind of thing. It's definitely got a lot of room for growth. So all in all, I feel like Tree of Savior is a really fun game. I don't see myself playing it a ton after release, because I lose interest in grinds really quickly. Whereas I have already loaded the game up, and when we're done recording, I'm gonna go back to playing it. But I do think it's a fantastic game. I have nothing but good things to say about it. Not my cup of tea. I definitely, if you like RPGs and you like a long grind, if you're a fan of games like Disgaea, a lot of your more traditional like strategy RPGs that involve a long grind, you are definitely going to enjoy this game. And I would definitely tell you to at least plop down the $9.99, the undisclosed sum, for your early access. Otherwise, you can pick up the game when it launches. And it is going to be free to play. I feel like it's very important. And one of the things that worries me about any free-to-play game is the cash shop. I haven't seen it in-game yet, but I have seen some data mined stuff. It's all just cosmetic crap to make you look more cute. It's all it is. It's not pay to win. there are still some.
It's
bugs
pay to
in
be
the game.
cute.
Definitely pay to be
pay
cute.
to kawaii.
Yeah, it's definitely pay to be more sugoi, more kawaii. But
I cringed. I physically cringed.
I hated saying it. How do you think I felt? I'm not about that life.
I feel bad because I put you up to it.
You did. But there are still some bugs in the game. Like, the bugs aren't game-breaking, but they're really weird. Like, when you're walking in a diagonal down angle, your character's head moves like he's in Night at the Roxbury.
I was hoping that was intentional.
No. No, I hope it isn't. But all in all, Tree of Savior is a fantastic game. It's cute. It's fun. There's like 80 classes. You can upgrade equipment. You can craft equipment. You can go on fun adventures. You can look at your Eastern or Northeastern European large-breasted women, because this is based on Lithuanian lore and mythos. God bless them for it.
Yes. All in all,
those are my
fantastic game. You should go pick it up right now. And
but it drops on April 27th.
Yeah, but for $10 you could be playing it right now. What are you waiting for?
Yeah,
Go get it.
Be playing it.
Go get it right now. Stop. No.
But I
next time I'm bottom tier. No, next time I'm bottom tier. I said it.
Because then it's like The Exorcist.
But then I can make a video of us walking in a diagonal with "What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more."